Scorpio, hi, welcome to your tarot reading. I'm going to pull you an oracle card just to set the tone. Oh, three they want to give you. We've got Grandfather Sky, Nature Spirits and Offerings to set our tone. So, Grandfather Sky speaks about wisdom that's coming from the pure element of air and getting a really good higher perspective on things. With Nature Spirits and Offerings, I feel like you've probably been in some sort of communion with nature spirits and therefore they're giving you something back. That's what I feel here. Anyway, let's see. We'll put those to one side. I've also got another set of oracle cards that we might just have another look at something else just to add. They're both by Denise Lynn. These ones are the Sacred Forest Oracle, and we've got Transformation. Okay, so you might be getting some transformation by getting up high and by the work that you've done with nature spirits in the past to gain clarity. The fact that you've given such respect to nature in the past, I want to say. Just clearing up some cards here. So, your internal world, the moon. Feeling a little bit as if some truths are hidden from you and that you're not entirely sure what's going on at the moment, maybe a little bit over-emotional. Although it's a very productive place. How that's making you act on the outside, it's as if you're having a sort of allergic reaction to all this lack of clarity, and you're actually getting into your Queen of Wands and thinking, I need to do something about this, I'm not so happy with this state of affairs. Something at the root of the reading is, more of this fast, taking a punt energy of the Knight of Swords, wanting to rush in and make some changes. In the recent past, we see, even more of this energy, but we got the Knight of Wands, another action card, the Magician, obviously making things happen, and then the King of Cups, who's feeling a little bit emotional about what he wants to make happen. So he's a little bit more like the moon. In your potential outcome, we have this lovely new start of clarity and of thought with the Ace of Swords, which is wonderful. Something for the near future. Another clear thought or clear, very decisive thinking pattern with the Queen of Swords. So getting a little bit of clarity from that moon. You're probably having to bring in all your resources of thought. You're refusing to stay put in that area of the moon is what I'm seeing. And good on you. I mean, nobody really wants to be there, but let's see what the cards say. So in your attitude, yes, you are realizing that your thoughts are victimizing in this lovely, not lovely, the Eight of Swords. But because you're realizing it, you're trying to do something about it with the Hierophant. It's exactly what I'm seeing in the previous cards. You're sort of refusing to just stay there in this victimized state. You're trying to bring some kind of really well-worn, well-earned wisdom to the situation with all of this Ace and Queen of Swords. You won't just sit there in the doldrums. In your environment, we can see that you're changing some things that you've always loved with this Eight of Cups, walking away from what you've loved without tipping up without destroying it. So acknowledging it's still something that you really do love, but needing to change it. And in your hopes and fears, you want a bit of a pause in order to gain wisdom and to alchemize all these experiences. You want that kind of peace and rest and understanding that the Temperance brings us. And in the outcome, we have exactly that, the rest in the Four of Swords. I love that. The Four of Swords talks about, and this one's want to come, oh my goodness, and the Hangman. So there's a lot of cards of, even though you're pushing forward through this discomfort, actually you're starting by the end of the reading to realize that you might need to just sort of take it slower to metabolize what's going on rather than rushing away from these feelings and trying to logically order them. You're now trying to metabolize them, which I like to see. It's obviously going to be a more productive experience. You know, when we have feelings for a reason, we don't, they're not, they either talk about past experiences we haven't metabolized or something that's going on for us now. So let's see what the Enchanted Forest has to say. The Seven of Boons. This is, I think, the Seven of Cups, so confusion. Let's see what it says. Seven of Boons. Seven of Challenges, Seven of Boons. At a glance, patience, timelessness, waiting for obvious directions, recognizing the best option. So more that's talking about pausing. Don't just keep pushing through when you feel very over-emotional. That might not be the appropriate response. The Enchanted Forest, in the Enchanted Forest, there is always a door when you need one, eventually. The forest decides when your need is great enough to warrant a portal, and then sometimes it gives you more than one. The next stage of your journey is determined by the door you choose, so take your time. Don't rush through the first door that appears to you. This is talking about this kind of energy, which really does rush. Remember, this is a magical place and things are not always as they seem. Sit down and observe the scene for a while to judge its permanence. You don't want to step through a door into nothingness. This card is about patience as much as it is about choice. As you may have noticed, the suit of boons doesn't go in much for speed or impetuosity. It's about practical responses to practical problems, even in the realm of enchantment. If you don't know what to do next, don't do anything. Simple as that. Remember, once you choose a door, all the others disappear. So actually, if it's talking about practicality, it's meaning it's the Seven of Pentacles, which is that card of slowly working towards your outcome, which you see in the person waiting for the crop to appear and feeling a bit impatient. But I like that we've got the Hangman, Temperance, and the Four of Swords. All of this is talking about slow down. And then from the Shining Tribe, we've got the Devil. That's interesting. So what has the Devil... I won't read too much of this because I like to keep these quite quick. But so the Devil, interestingly, comes after Temperance. So that's in your hopes and fears. So, in short, it says, suppressed energy, denial of problems, obsessions, especially sexual, illusions and oppressions, desire, seductiveness, dark energy that can lead to power or knowledge. I think the bit that's jumping out at me is the suppressed energy. I think if you refuse to go there with your feelings and you just push through in denial with the Queen of Wands, so here we have you deep in your feelings, and then here we have your response, which is, no, I don't like that very much, I'm just going to push through. There is a sense in which things can become a bit problematic, and I think that's what the card is bringing to us. Let's have some comments from the little Rider-Waite. So we've got the Page of Pentacles, which suggests that you learn about what you're feeling, stick with it, be curious about it. That's their advice. Any other advice? Don't see it as immediately something to rush away from because it's uncomfortable. Learn what it's got to tell you. And what other cards have we got here? We've got the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Lovers, and the Five of Pentacles. So that's really kind of an interesting set of images. So for me, it says, these are your feelings. I feel left out. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough community. I don't know how to get in the church. I'm worrying about everything. Nothing feels clear. Everything's overblown in the middle of the night. There is an ending. I'm very obsessed with what's over rather than thinking about the dawn. But then you're being told to take the opportunity with the lovers that these feelings give you. Almost step into a partnership with them, and if they do this, what will they gain? I mean, I can't help but look at our transformation. It's as if you're going through an uncomfortable chrysalis phase, but you must, in order to get your transformation, go through the feelings. And what have we got here? Well, I knocked that off, which is the Star, as I put them down, which means healing and getting into a state where you're living your bright dreams, where you know what you want. And then also these two lovely cards, the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. It suggests that if you can work with your feelings, this is the card of cooperation, in partnership like the Lovers, you will actually get to a point of great established security, because there's nothing that can knock you off your course, because you know all the nooks and crannies. You've attended to everything the way the King of Pentacles would. You're not leaving parts of yourself unattended to like this. You're bringing everyone into the fold, which leaves you in a position of the Star. And yes, if we refer back to these, you know, this is the wisdom of Grandfather Spirit that's probably being shown on how to transform. And you're getting offerings from the nature spirits. I just want to know what those are. What are the offerings from the nature spirits? Give us clarity on that. It's giving you a sense of strategy from the nature spirits. You're learning what you really want, and how to get it. So if you dive into these feelings, I think that your strategies will become deeper. Yeah. And finally, we end at the beautiful card of the Sun. This is the kind of uncomfortable, rocky road towards transformation. It's the same for all of us. We can't ignore the hard bits. This is going to be a beautiful, beautiful journey from the twos through to the twos of the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, to a position of wisdom, which we see in your Hangman at the end as well, into jumping back into life with the Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, which I absolutely love, because you'll be fully restored and in full knowledge of what's really going on. See you again.